Welcome back, YouTube. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about Elon Musk pretty much accepting Dogecoin for payment in the Las Vegas Loop and what this overall means. So he's pretty much sticking to his agenda, which he said he's going to support Dogecoin however he can. And of course, this is a big step forward in utility because what we're seeing now is a lot of interesting things happening in the market with exchanges and the volatility of the actual coins and stuff like that. So before we actually expand, and this is not limited to Dogecoin, but just to say for crypto in general, before these coins are to have these different partnerships with different businesses, they're going to like to see this coin being implemented beforehand and see how it works as far as for scalability and the function of the companies, whether or not we're going to use something like a BitPay to accept payment. There's a lot of kinks and a lot of things to work their ways through when it comes down to accepting crypto. And I think Elon is literally just blazing that trail here with the Boring Company now accepting payment for Dogecoin in the Las Vegas Loop. Currently, if we look at their article here, I believe that they're free, but they're going to start charging, I think, $1 or $2 or something like that. Yeah, $150 for single rise, $250 for a day pass, and he's accepting Dogecoin for it. And this is going to be really interesting because he's plans on opening up one in Texas, and he submitted proposals for opening up a ride in Miami as well. And if you're unfamiliar with what these rides are, they're pretty much you're able to pretty much ride underneath tunnels in the city and stuff like that, and kind of get like a tour of the city. Well, obviously, it's used primarily for like transportation, but you can pretty much ride in a Tesla vehicles in tunnels at really high speeds and get around the city. So it's certainly a very unique concept when it comes down to the actual function here. Of course, you get the Tesla experience. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1. You can get the Tesla experience and also pay in Dogecoin. So it's kind of like a twofer. I know that we do a lot of talk about like price action, shorts, exchanges. It's really a very multifaceted concept here. But the core being of Dogecoins, whether it's longevity or sustainability, is going to come from utility and getting more things like this. This is going to be where Dogecoin's true value is going to come from, is when we are getting things like the utility and this expansion here. So this is a very great opportunity here for Dogecoin, not just a marketing ploy or anything like that. This is a great opportunity for Dogecoin to kind of expand, and also another area for it to be used. So for those of you that live in Las Vegas, or if you plan on visiting Las Vegas and you want to support your investment, this is certainly something you can do to make that happen. Price action wise, this is courtesy of Bookmap here. You're looking at the pools of liquidity. You'll see that there is a battle going on for the 7-cent range here for Dogecoin. And this is very interesting here because pretty much these shorts have retreated, and they were kind of just laying dormant here until we got this run from for Bitcoin today due to some I'll just say some interesting news coming out. We'll get into that in a different video, but they are literally trying to not allow Dogecoin to have that run. And you've seen several large sell orders come in. If you look at the sell orders, are going to be like these bigger red balls here that you see here. You see several of them came in, but as they come in, they push the coin down, they hit these pools of liquidity. That's these darker colored lines, red and yellow lines and stuff like that. The buy orders execute, and we're getting this push up. But you'll see here that the sell orders are literally stacked on top of Doge, even here at the 7065 range, and they're all the way up to around like 716. And the buy orders are right here as well, and there's literally this battle going on for around like 7 cents. And then of course at 7, there's a much more buy orders coming in that are like ready to go. So this is pretty much they're not coming in as aggressive. We can take a look here at the short chart. They're not coming in as aggressive, but we did get a green candle today in shorts. And this is primarily over that 7-cent territory, because with the way that the support was building up and the buy orders coming in, organically, we'd be closer to around 8 cents right now. And that's not with zero shorts. That's just saying if they continue to not come back into the market like they had been, based off of the buy orders and stuff that are coming in, that buying pressure would have pushed us up to around like 8 cents. But they're making a slight entry to kind of slow that down. We'll take a look at that here on the actual chart. Okay, so if you take a look here, you'll see it's nothing major coming in, but they did kind of pretty much cancel out that those covered orders that they did over like the last 24 hours. So they're relatively even with their day over day for the short. So nothing, not a major spike coming in, but they're certainly trying to do just enough to kind of pump the brakes and like the momentum. And this is taking into account what's actually going on with the exchanges and stuff like that, because I do believe the shorts are not being as aggressive as they would be in this time, or as they would have been over the previous weeks. But due to a lot of these exchanges closing down, those positions had to be closed. So they're going to either have to take a less bearish approach on coins like Dogecoin, or they're going to have to move those shorts to a different exchange and then run the risk of this happening again, which I don't believe that that turnover rate is going to be 100% in that area. But as for us, the number one thing you can do is remove your coins from the exchange. That is the number one thing that you can do to protect yourself on both sides, especially if you're long on this coin here. No reason to hold your coin in the exchanges and run the risk of having your crypto halted or losing it altogether. I have a link for Ledger in the description section so that you can remove your coins, and it's directly from the actual company, so you don't have to worry about any tricky stuff with scams and stuff like that. And if you hate shorts altogether or lending programs, you can use Moomoo as well. They do not do payment for order flow, so you don't have to worry about any of your stocks and stuff like that getting lent. If you need a platform that you don't want betting against you, you can get 10 free stocks right now, up to $2,500 in value, just by opening an account and depositing any amount. Never forget Ledger for protection and utility for the long run. I appreciate all of you. Hope this video finds you well. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to hear more, and I'll see you in the next one.